Welcome, my lovely Cancer. I am the Queen of Clovers. Welcome to my channel. This is a general weekly reading for my Cancerians. It could be for anyone, anybody, maybe nobody. Cross-watchers are certainly welcome. As with all readings, take what's yours and leave out all the rest. This is a 3-spread read. Oracle, General Cartomancy, and Love Tarot, switching it up a little bit. And I also do a ruling reading for the stalker cards of the reading. A ruling card reading at the end of the reading. For all my Cancerians in a rush, I will timestamp those in the description box below. And if enamored by my readings, please do like and subscribe. Many thanks to those who have already. Cancer, definitely check out the other readings I have timestamped below. And let's just get to it, starting with the Green Witch Oracle. Longevity and continuance. Could be a Scorpio in your energy or a Virgo, an earth sign, or air sign. But, could also be a Leo. I have the chrysanthemum and the apple. Very important cards. Longevity and continuance. This makes me think of Libra. For you Cancerians, you might be dealing with a Libra and justice. But basically what happens is you're thinking about, or Spirit does want you to consider your long-term plans, your what would you do if you didn't die tomorrow? What would you do if you didn't die in 2 months? What would you do if you live for 5 years, 10 years, or 30 years? It's an odd perspective to take on the whole situation of it. But Spirit wants you to keep going. There's something here about somebody who maybe thought it's almost over, it's time to pack up and get out of here. And here we are, still going. And I think that some of you Cancerians are still like, okay, I guess we still go. This is like, oh, we'll close up the restaurant if it makes under so much money a month, but it's never hit that low. So you're kind of like, oh, I guess we keep going. No, it's not you guess you keep going. You need to start thinking about the long term of keep going because you're still going. This could even be a dating situation. Spirit says it could be anything that you are just realize, oh, it's been a lot longer than I planned on, or it's not sputtered out the way it seemed like it was going to. And now, oh, I guess we can live it. Ooh. I got this in my last reading, the Wheel of Fortune for this week. I have the Knight of Wands. Of course, the Knight of Wands. Very excited, powerful energy. Very mobile energy. Hit the road kind of energy. And the Knight of Swords. Wow. The Study. This could be air travel. I always forget about that, but it's popping up now. And this is usually land travel. But it's movement. Knights are movement. And it's almost like Spirit is asking you to gamble on something that isn't really much of a gamble. It's something that you've created a good base for, enough that it can be something greater. And it's moving faster than you planned. And it doesn't matter. Spirit's like, okay, this is the one you're supposed to roll with, honey. It feels good. It's moving well. The more you look at it, the more you dream about it, the more probable it's going to be here a while. Spirit said this could be illness, but there's a coping thing to it. There is, you're still able to live out your passions. With the Knight of Wands, you're still able to occasionally get out there. This could be an aging athlete thing as well with the Knight of Swords. You got to act smarter, not harder when the Knight of Swords comes out. But it's with enthusiasm. the world has dealt you a hand worth taking, in other words. And somehow, when this first came to you, it came to you in such a way that it probably came a little dark, a little clouded. This is also, Spirit is also talking about taking care of your grandchildren. Like you've been taking care of your grandchildren, and right now it looks like it may be forever. And, you know, maybe 10 years ago you would have thought, like, on the timeline, that would have been the worst thing imaginable. And right now you're thinking, thank God I was there. That's exactly what this is. This is like, oh my gosh, this is a blessing. This is something we thought was going to kill us. This is a blessing. This is the blessing coming through for you, Cancer. It's actually a really good, it's a very good feeling, actually. All right, so now we're going to do the Cartomancy. See how that goes. See where we land, Cancers. Yeah. More purposeful living is what we're getting right now, because, you know, life's too short. We already felt it before, you know, 2020. I can tell you, a lot of people had lost a lot of loved ones. And it felt kind of like people were losing grandparents and parents and just really sweet people that, you know, pre-end of world kind of feeling, when, you know, it got that end of world kind of feeling. And we realize now that it's just life is too short. Life is too short for you not to enjoy this either. That's something that Spirit really wants to get across. Yeah, there's some resistance in your general energy. There was some resistance to the past, making some sort of decision about the past. And that's because you were slightly deceived by your interpretations of it. There were just things you didn't want to do. There were things that you hadn't planned on doing at this time that you find yourself doing, and yet it is not what you thought it was going to be, whatever is. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Is it ever? I can't remember. I've heard it so many times. I mean, I mostly don't pray for outcomes. I mostly pray for the best possible outcome, because, you know, Spirit can do better than us in making those plans sometimes. This is what I dream would be perfect, and this is what I dream. A burdensome reaping, a burdensome harvest. A burdensome harvest? A burdensome reaping. Now, this card isn't always burdens with the Nine of Wands. It's a resting card, and it could be resting in your resting your passions, because you've lived something full. Usually means you've taken some hits too. But again, you've done well. To get to the Nine of Wands is to fight the good fight all the way through in those upper wand cards. It can get a little crazy, but that's part of the that's part of all of this game that we're going through. Okay, something you're trying not to take a risk on, you're very nervous about right now. I don't know why you're nervous about it, because I'm showing that it's turning out pretty good. There were things that you didn't plan because you didn't plan for this. Does that make sense? If you, for some reason, I'm also thinking of, what's that show? I didn't know I was pregnant. A lot of these women are premenopausal, or they assume they are. Meaning these are surprise babies late in life. And this is that energy. If I knew I was pregnant, we would have had an announcement. We would have had maybe a gender reveal party. Maybe there would have been a baby shower. I would have definitely had the nursery ready before I went into labor. All that stuff is moot in this regard. And of course, it's not necessarily just a baby, but there's just this journey you have to go on with another Knight of Wands, Jack of Wands, and now I have the Jack of Pence in reverse, which means this ain't moving slow. And you're really, it's not something you would have chosen. It's not something you would have risked. But you're coming to find that the energy is pushing you forward. So it's like I always wanted to own a business, but I never wanted to. But who knew I would have owned a bar or OnlyFans? I never wanted. I always wanted to. I always wanted to teach a class, but I didn't know it was going to be in safety basics. Even though I love it and I adore it, I don't know what's going on. You're just succeeding. Spirit is saying you're succeeding. You're barely inching forward on this because you, in your mind, you didn't plan on the work you were doing to result in so much. And I'm going to tell you right now, Cancer, Spirit is saying when you put your heart into it, this is what comes out. And you've put your heart into something, even though you may not have put as much grit and time into it as you would say something else that you actually consciously chose. But nonetheless, you continue to do exceedingly well in this. Like it's beyond obvious you're going to do well. It's almost something you can't fail at. But in your brain, you're still thinking, well, like if, you know, you're still thinking that it's just a hobby or it's just lucky. I've just found a good spot on, you know, at the swap mall or the garden, you know, the market, the farmer's market. I just got a good stall spot, you know. You're making excuses for why you can't take this next level when it's going next level with or without you. So you need to settle in and and start paying attention and putting some more effort that way. This is something you're going to get buried in with success if you don't move it. Ooh, yeah. Start planning. Definitely planning and making choices. This is a heart's desire thing, that it's fulfilling a heart's desire but not the way you thought. And so you're just not sure if this is it, or you're just playing right now. Make those plans. Spirit says make those plans. It matters because it's coming. It's rolling in. And right now it doesn't feel like your biggest heart's desire and your biggest dream and everything's going so well. But things are moving forward quite easily, I would say. A little more easily than you think it should. And that's because it is easier than you think it should be, because you're plugging into your dream. You're plugging into your vocation or your calling very well. All right, let's see what we got in the Love Tarot. Who's coming towards my lovely Cancers? Okay, in your love reading, Princess of Cups, that would be a page in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Jeez. Somebody is afraid to love you because this is like 4th grade love, like pulling your pigtails, because you've beat them a couple times. You are in this thing that you're succeeding in, is in this life thing that is just kind of flowing out of you and becoming something like, you know, like, oh, look, Ma, hands behind the back, and you're still doing it kind of thing. Very easy for you. It's made it difficult for them to still commit to loving you in the same way. It's almost made them... Oh, I'm sorry. It's made them, they've shown their hand too fast. They actually, they revealed things a little too quickly. They moved way too fast. And you missed it. Cancer, you missed it. You really think this person hates you, first of all. You don't even think this person hates you. This is that person that makes you, like, roll your eyes. They're doing a lot of these stupid things to catch your attention and to make sure that you see them, and make sure that, you know, again, look, Ma, no hands, look, that pops up again. Yeah, this person is really trying to get your attention like a little child, but because they don't know what they're doing, because they're young, they're very younger than you. Even, it might not be a big age difference. Oh, but they think it is a lot of an age difference, or a maturity difference, or, you know, you might remember I told you you're succeeding. things are you're taking charge of something here just because it's happening, pretty much. And you might be like a superior to them in this effort. And but they feel probably the biggest thing is that maybe they've only, okay, this person might be your same age, but they've dated like one person. Like they dated their high school sweetheart, married them, and divorced or was widowed or whatever. So they have very little love experience. Like you would only be their second girlfriend or the second girl they kissed, like ever. That kind of thing. And it makes them nervous because how do you tell somebody that you've just been around more than I have? And it's not that they think you've been around more than they have. They just know they're at a disadvantage with you with it. That's kind of actually makes them sweet. For a moment there I was like, I don't really like this person. But then yeah, whew. They cannot offer you love because they've lost to you before. You know the meanie in the romantic comedies or the Hallmark movies. This person can be a little bit of that meanie. Like they seem like they're always going, I can't believe they're selling all those nachos when we haven't sold one sour apple all day. But really they're going, wow, you're doing so well. But the reason they're actually not doing well is because they've been paying too much attention to you. They've been thinking about you way too much. They could be an air sign because I do have the swords here. Or a Pisces, a lot of water here for them as well. They are going to offer you again. They're going to try and offer you love again. It's a crush gone bad for them. They're a little embarrassed the way things have gone. They're going to hope you don't remember the conversation you had before where they were last nice to you, because they did ask you out. You totally missed it, Cancer. And but they're going to try again. Oh, this is kind of cute, actually. Prince of Cups. Yeah, I'm thinking water sign. Yeah, they're going to try and break the resistance against each other. It's again, holding back from something that they know. They know you're perfect for each other. It's so romantic comedy. I keep popping like you've got mail, like you don't know who's who, and then you find out it's that meanie. The meanie. They're not really mean. They're just very stern. Because if they let the water out, it would just tsunami. Okay, let's see what we have for our repeater cards, just to let you know. I have 2 King of Wands. Let's see. What else do I have? The 7 of Swords. I'm sorry, the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Wait, no, just the 7 of Swords. Okay, sorry. And the 7 of Swords. Still move, move, move. Your first cards are still the repeater cards. The Jack of Wands. For starters, this is move. Continue to move with your passion. You are really deceiving yourselves. This is the ruling message. So you're really deceiving yourself. Really, really deceiving yourself if you think you cannot be successful or say the right things or do the right things in this energy here. The thing is, you can't control this time. You're going to have a lot of stuff moving in with time. You cannot control it. It's going to move faster because people need you faster than you're realizing you need to be there for them. This may be a business. You are going to profit from this and find security from this somehow, even if it is just services rendered. You could think it's a charity thing, but it's going to need finances to be covered. It will be covered, and you will have to quit your job to maintain this for a while. There's something about this that is going to change your heart. Why? And that's why things are rolling and flowing so easily, because you're meant to be in this position all the time. This person that is giving you that is about to approach you this week, Let me see what. Spirit, give us a little something about what this person is coming in on. Four of Swords reverse. This person is coming off a bit of a layover, a quarantine, a long nap, a recovery. You may not have seen this person for a while, and they are really hoping you forgot everything that happened because, boy, is it embarrassing some of the things they have to say. They said last time. If you realize the intent of that conversation, and actually, Spirit is telling me that some of these people are the meanie because you assume they were the meanie based on that conversation when they were really just trying to be sweet and lovey-dovey, but they're that bad at it on first approach. Just give them a little chance in a moment for them to show themselves. Just be open-hearted and accept what's coming at you because there's nothing bad coming at you right now. You're going to love this. All of this, actually, is what Spirit is saying. Thank you, Cancer, for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip, or donate if the Spirit moves you. Check out the box below for additional readings and timestamps. And see you next week for a new moon, Cancer.